Sigmund Freud called dreams the royal road to the unconscious. But to world-renowned author and dream explorer Robert Moss, they are portals to an imaginal realm. I recently had the chance to sit down with Robert and talk about his new book, Mysterious Realities. I hope you enjoy this interview. So the name of your book is Mysterious Realities, A Dream Traveler's Tales from the Imaginal Realm. Can you tell us what is the Imaginal Realm?
Well, the Imaginal Realm is a domain between time and eternity. It's a place where mystics, shamans, poets, creators have always wanted to go. There are temples and palaces there. There are places of initiation and healing. There are places where the dead are alive on an evolved and intelligent level. So it's a very good place to hang out if you can figure out how to get there. And the easiest way to get there is to open to what's going on in your dreams, and then become a more conscious or active dreamer, and following the tracks, the trails that are laid in your dreams, to find your way to these places of encounter with intelligences beyond ordinary understanding.
You also call yourself a dream traveler in the subtitle of the book. What is dream travel, and when did you start doing it?
Well, I had a head start because I owned the boy who was pronounced dead when he was 3 years old. At 3 years old, the doctors in a Hobart hospital said I was clinically dead. When I came back with some embarrassment, they said to my parents, "Oh, your boy died and he came back." The gift of an experience like that was I've known since boyhood, since childhood, that there are worlds beyond the physical. And I've never found it personally difficult to leave the body and travel in those places. As an adult, helping other people to understand this, once again I say that the road to follow is the road of your dreams. Once you wake up to the fact that dreaming might be traveling, in dreaming you might be traveling to other worlds, to parallel lives, might be traveling across time into the future or the past, or other situations, or again places where the dead are alive. Once you wake up to that, you're on the royal road, not only to becoming a lucid dreamer, but becoming a dream traveler, which is more. It means somebody who is competent to understand and explore multidimensional reality.
Beautiful. You say in the book that we are all time travelers in our dreams, visiting past, future, and parallel timelines. How can we become conscious time travelers and use this practice to make better choices in waking life?
Well, the invitation is there for you. You have the material. Even if you're not remembering your dreams at the moment, your dreams are your way in. You want to start recording your dreams when you remember them. Start recording them. Then you'll notice over time that you see things before they happen in ordinary reality. Once you wake up to that, you're poised to understand that you see the possible future and you can change the future for the better. You might also notice, as you follow the discipline of journaling your dreams regularly, that you seem to be in a continuous life somewhere else. In a parallel life, you made a different choice, you're still with your former partner, and life is going on as if it's going on that track. Or you stayed in a different line of work, or you wrote a different kind of book. There you are. Once you wake up to that, you are tuning in to what physics calls the many worlds interpretation of reality, which is saying we live right now in one of multiple parallel universes, uncountable parallel universes. Very interesting to think about this, very interesting to explore it experientially. You start exploring this, you might rise to this understanding. Not only do you have parallel lives who made different choices, you might be able to reach into one of those parallel lives and bring gifts and lessons from that parallel you into your present life and do some good for each other. This becomes so exciting.
Have you encountered your other dream selves when traveling in the imaginal realm?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm very aware and conscious of tracking several of my parallel selves who made different life choices. The ones who interest me most are also writers, but they're writing different books than the ones that I'm publishing right now. And I recently, in my craziness, sat down and had lunch in a conscious journey, fueled by shamanic drumming, with one of my parallel selves who'd been writing very cool books for children and young adults, as well as grown-ups, for some years now. And I said to him, "Can we help each other?" He said, "How can you help me? My books are already done." And I said, "Well, actually, I might have some material that interests you." So we've come to an agreement that we will share some information with each other between our parallel tracks. There's a story about this parallel writer called The Other Novelist in Mysterious Realities. It's rather funny, it's rather embarrassing for me, but if you read it, you'll be tickled to think about the possible shape of our relationship with those other selves on other event tracks.
The book is full of stories where you encounter the dead. Is contact with the deceased really as natural and easy as you suggest in the book?
Contact with the dead is natural, not supernatural. It's common, it's likely, rather than unlikely, for three reasons. First of all, our deceased might still be around. That might be good, bad, or mixed. They might stay around because they think we are clueless and we need some guidance from them, which is sometimes the case. They might be around because they're addicted, or they've got problems, or they're lost or confused, or fear punishment, or something like that. That is a serious situation that might need some assistance. The other reason that the dead are alive in our dreams and in our environment is that they come visiting. They come calling for all the reasons that we call on each other and then some. They want healing and forgiveness. They want to receive it. They want to extend it. If they are clear in their situation, they can be incredible family counselors and advisors. My father played that role hugely in my life after his death 30 years ago. And then again, more recently, when I needed a health advisory, he came back from a long way away to give me a health advisory I needed. I'm so grateful for that. And the third reason why contact with the deceased is not strange, not weird, not supernatural is, especially in dreams, we go traveling and we travel to the realms where they are alive. And in this way, we learn about transitions and lifestyle opportunities and job opportunities and real estate opportunities on the other side of death. So tuning into this kind of thing is rather important. It can bring closure in our relations with our deceased. It can bring continuing love and guidance, and it can settle us in our understanding of something rather important, which is that there's life beyond death. And when you understand that as a matter of first-hand experience, you tend to make better choices, I think. You tend to have courage and clarity that might be lacking otherwise. So this is very important territory.
And finally, what do you most hope readers will take away from your book?
Well, I hope they'll love the stories. I mean, I'm a storyteller, and I like to teach by stories, and I hope that people would be inspired to find their own bigger and braver stories and live those stories and learn to tell them better so people can hear them. I think that's the great gift of this book. I hope they'll also be inspired to brave up to death, because the book begins and ends with the author's personal encounters with death. It's a sort of Scheherazade story in a sense. The author of this book has an agreement, I'm not kidding, with his own death. He has to produce entertaining stories every day. So you read that, think about it, maybe you'll think, what is my arrangement with death? What are the conditions on which I go on living in this world? What am I required to do to live more boldly and more bravely in order to justify my continued existence on the planet? How about that?